Hey fellow hobbyists, this is Kieran and welcome to a kind of a different setup. I'm working on my hobby space. This is where I film some of my stuff in my room, portable hobby space, my table. I got some recently completed miniatures here, but the reason I'm doing a little bit of a different setup is because Age of Sigmar 3 is due out real soon. What I want to kind of do is help people who want to jump on board to it but may not want to go with the armies that are in that box set. Those armies look great. The new Stormcast look absolutely amazing, and the new Orcs look great. Sadly, because it's a limited box, I'm probably going to miss out on it due to other things going off in my life at the moment when it releases within the next week or two. So I'm going to split this down into a list kind of category, and we're going to cover 12 of the start collecting boxes in Age of Sigmar in this first one, and we'll cover the 13, the further 13 boxes in the next one. Right, all the prices within this video are from Games Workshop site. You can find savings at third-party shops such as Element and Hobby Workshop as well, so you could save yourself potentially even more money on these. Another quick thing, Skulls was last night as I'm recording this, so you get this Monday, but Skulls was last night. Some cool looking games possibly coming out real soon as well that I'm kind of excited for in terms of Total War, the Beastmen, Silent Fury is it, expansion. I've already got Stormground, so I'm enjoying that. I'm going to record some content for that in a minute. Dark Tide looks good. I need to start playing more Vermintide as well, because they've got a Sister and Fawn that looks good. But overall, and Blood Bowl 3 I'm also excited for, but overall, too many cinematic trailers in that for me. It was just, we didn't get enough gameplay. And I do understand some of the turn-based games are a bit slow, but if you don't have a bit of gameplay to get your teeth into, it's kind of hard to make judgments. But hopefully we'll see more of those soon, and there's a lot coming out from GW at the minute. Right, so if you want to get involved in AOS 3, or you're going to get into the new edition, but you don't know where to start, a start collecting box is a great thing if you are not buying one of the starter boxes and you want to pick up one of the armies. So we're going to look at the like I said, 12 of the start collecting boxes in this video, and we'll look at the contents, we're going to look at the price, and we're also going to look at the cost and saving value you get into it, and I'll briefly mention how many points you get if you're in match play. I don't play much match play at the minute myself. I'm still learning a lot about Age of Sigmar. Unfortunately, because of lockdown, games haven't really been happening. So the first box set we're going to look at is the Skinks box set. This box set contains 17 miniatures and it has a value of £60. You buy it for £60 and you have a points value of, I think it's roughly around 598 points. It's a bit weird because you get Skinks as you match them up come in boxes of 10 usually, or when you match them up on the army builder it goes up in 10s, and you get kind of 24 in this box, so a little bit weird on that sense. But you get 24 Skinks, you get a Bastillodon, I think it's with Solar Engine, but I do think you also have the other option to build it with, and you get 3 Carridon Riders and 1 Skink Star Priest. The Skink Star Priest usually retails at £17.50, the Carridon Riders are at £35 each, the Bastillodon at £35, and roughly so the Skinks, you get 12 Skinks in this box set, and that retails at around £12.50 because a box set is £25 if you buy it off the set. So this box set total retail is around, so this start collecting box total retail is £100, and you get a whopping saving of £40 if you want to take on a Skink army. The next one is the Gloom Spike Gits. You get roughly around 350 points with this in match play, and the box also retails at £60. Within this you get 3 Troggers, which normally retail at around £35. You get 12 of the Squigard, and these roughly retail at around £27.50, and a Loom Boss, which retails at £17.50 as well. So you get a total set. So the total price for this box, if you was to buy it separate, would be £82.50. Total saving you get is around £22.50. The next one is the Daughters of Kane. This one actually retails at around £55, and there's one real expensive unit within this, which makes it a bit more of a saving, but it actually counts these 9 miniatures that you get in it. I think 4 of them actually come from that bigger unit. So this retails, this has a points value of roughly 410 points, and what you get in it is 5 Melusai Bloodstalkers, which retail at around £32.50. You get a Slaughter Queen Cauldron, which retails at £45, and that also includes those 4 extra miniatures within it. And this total average, if you buy it separate, would be £77.50, so you make another saving of £22.50 as well. The next box set is a little bit harder. These two next ones are a bit harder to break down because some of the miniatures you actually get with them are not available to buy separate. The Slaves to Darkness is the next one, and it retails at £60, and this has a points value roughly of 660 points. With this you get 5 Chaos Knights, which retail at around, I think you get a box of 10 and they retail at around £35 normally, so for half it's £17.50. You get a Chaos Lord on Carrick Drak, and again this is not one you can't actually buy, but the nearest model I found was a Lord on a Demon Steed or whatever it is, which retails at around £23.50. I reckon this is probably going to be a little bit more actually to buy because of the size of the miniature. You also get 10 warriors. Again, these come in a regiment. I think it's 15, and you get around £32.50. So the value works at around £20.30 for all those 10 models. And you also get Aspiring Champion. Again, you can't actually buy an Aspiring Champion for the Chaos Warriors. So the closest couple, I found a couple of champions which were around £17.50 each. Sometimes maybe a little bit less. So the total value of this box, roughly for you to buy what you could buy separate, is around £78.80, so you make a saving of £18.80. The next one, and this is where it gets really difficult, the Demonites of Slaanesh, and it retails at around £55, and you roughly get around 450 points worth of value in this box. You get 10 Demonites of Celeste, or Demonettes of Celeste, and they retail at around £22.50. You also get 5 Seekers of Slaanesh, which work out at £17.50 from GW store, and you get a Seeker Chariot, but this in the box is an Exalted Seeker Chariot, and I believe there's 2 extra miniatures that sit on the base, so the points value is a little bit different, but the Seeker Chariot on its own only £18.50, so this is a total of £58.50 if you was to buy those separate items, so you only actually save £3.50. But like I said, it's a little bit weird because with the Exalted Chariot you can't actually buy it, and there is then 2 extra little models, so you could probably say that it takes the value up another £5 or £6 at least on that. That one's very difficult to track down and get right. I'm next going to look at the Beast Claw Raiders. You only get 5 miniatures within this box, but it retails at around £55. You get 680 points just from those 5 miniatures. And you get 4 Mournfang Raiders, which retail at £40 themselves. I believe which retail at around £40 themselves. You also get the Frost Lord on Stonehorn, which also retails at £37.50 on its own. So with it only being 5 miniatures, those 5 miniatures themselves are quite expensive just on their own. And that is all you get within this box, but you make the total is £77.50 and you make a saving of £22.50. Moving on, one of my favourites, and I've got kind of a box and a half of this, is the Flesh Eater Courts, and I've got that box and a half because I'm luckily subscribed to the Mortal Realms magazine and I get that on a premium service. So I've got most of this myself and I really enjoy these models, which is the Flesh Eater Courts, and you get 14 miniatures within this box. It is £55 retail and you get roughly around 650 points for match play in it. You get 10 Crypt Ghouls and they retail at £12.50. You actually buy these as in a box of 20 I believe, and they retail at around £25 on the shop. You get the Abhorrent Ghoul King on a Terrorgeist, which retails at £37.50, and 3 Crypt Horrors, which work out at £30 each as well. So with this you get a total, the total is £80 and you save around £25 for this box set. It's not a bad saving altogether. Next one is Skaven, and again this one got a bit weird, but you can actually find the stuff. I don't think you can buy the Plague Furnace in this on its own. You get 22 miniatures in this and you get a points value of around 430 points, and it retails at £55. Within the box you get a Plague Claw, which retails at £22.50, and you get a Plague Furnace, which retails at £40. I believe there is a Priest onto that Plague Furnace as well, and it acts as kind of your general unit. And you also get 20 Plague Monks, which retail at £25 as well. And that total cost is £87.50, and you will save £22.50 if you are buying from GW. This box set is probably the most savings you're going to make. It's the Carridon Overlords, and this box set only contains 9 miniatures, and it costs £60, and gives you a points value of 450 points. You actually get 5, I'm going to butcher this one, Grundstock Thunderers, which retail at £27.50, 3 Sky Wardens, again at £27.50, and a Grundstock Gun Hauler, which retails at £30 if you can get hold of one, and 1 Eridan Master, which retails at £17.50. So that gives a grand total of £102.50, and you will save £42.50 on that box set. So the two best value boxes from these Carridon Overlords and the Skink box, they offer you the best savings currently out there. Again, obviously at the time of recording this, it's just pre Age of Sigmar 3. Some of the points may have changed as the new rulebook comes out, but hopefully this has given you an insight into what you could get and how you could possibly save. Just from buying from GW yourself, you can make further savings if you buy from third-party game stores such as Element Games, Hobby Workshop, which I use. They're some of the ones I've used quite regularly myself, and you do get good savings. You roughly can pick some of these boxes up at around £41 to £45 to £50. Which has a great saving on for you overall. The start collecting boxes are really good, mostly really good value. Maybe not the Slanesh one. Again, it's kind of a little bit difficult to scope it because you can't really get over that Exalted Chariot to get a definite price match on it, but it's the least one you're going to get value. But so far in the first 12 that we've seen, you get a good overall saving if you want to take on any of those boxes. For me, I'd love to take on a Gloom Spike Gits army at some point. Anyway, I hope this video has I hope you've enjoyed this video and it's given you a bit of insight into what you can save if you're going to take on some of the start collecting boxes. If you have enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm also on Patreon as well. It's up to you entirely if you want to take it out. I'm doing more over there, and if you do want to support me creating more content, that would be a massive value. But if you don't, just please leave a like, comment, share as well as much as possible, and I've enjoyed spending time with you. I will see you again next week, next Monday, for the next part in which we'll cover the other 13 start collecting boxes you can get in Age of Sigmar. I'm not going to be covering the Broken Realms box sets you can get because I think they're more limited edition, but we're just going to focus again on those other 13 start collecting boxes. I hope this has helped you a little bit, and thank you for watching, and enjoy your hobby, and I'll see you again soon.